Welcome back to an amazing episode of the Third Shield Pokemon Go PvP podcast. Guys, thank you so much for watching and thank you so much for subscribing, and most importantly, thank you for participating constantly with comments, likes, and shares. I'm super excited to tell you that we are so close to 1,000 subscribers. Thanks to you guys, and I'm super happy to say this because we just started this channel like 3 months ago. And in 3 months to get 1,000 subscribers and hundreds and hundreds of comments per episodes that we post is like unbelievable. I have been looking up for like the past 3 months, how long does it take you to get to X amount of subscribers, to views, to everything. And it has been growing so quick thanks to all of you. And I just wanted to say thank you so much. And we will bring you the best guests, the best content, the best updates, and most importantly, the best PvP. So in this episode, we had little issues, technical difficulties. So we actually had 2 guests scheduled for the weekend, but of course GoFest happened and things happen and we run out of time and all kind of stuff. And things actually happen. Like, so 2 of our guests had to pull out literally last minute, like last minute, which is totally understandable. And it happens, life happens. I mean, we just have to go on, but I didn't want to hand you guys in there with no episode, so we wanted to prepare something for you. And in this episode, I just wanted to basically update you what's going on in life. And we're gonna have Michelangelo, who is an amazing person and has way more knowledge than I do in Pokemon Go.
Thanks a lot, Daniel. I really appreciate that. Thanks to our efforts in GoFest, Niantic and Pokemon Go have given us the Ultra Unlock bonus. This, of course, is 3 weeks consisting of a different theme for each week, including a ton of new Pokemon debuting, new shinies debuting, and incredible 5-star raids. Throughout the rest of the podcast, be sure to vote your favorite for upcoming Pokemon in the comments section and let us know why you picked that Pokemon, and we'll reveal the top Pokemon in next week's podcast. Now enjoy the rest of the podcast.
The 3rd season just started. I'm doing really good with the team that I've been sharing. You guys been seeing the videos, and that team is basically VICTINI lead. And well, it's not really a safe swap because I don't really have to swap out the way I use VICTINI. So it's almost like a bullet, but lots of times, most of the time it takes out the lead unless it's Azumarill. With Azumarill, it's a little bit trickier. You have to swap out eventually once you throw the psychic attack, but that takes out usually more than half of its health. And by that point, you're able to throw it, and then you just bring in Azumarill. And then if they have Meganium or Shift Rate, then they more than likely switch into it. So then you're just gonna throw one attack to get a shield from them, thinking that you have, I mean, in my case, that you have, what do you call it, the ice attack, but that's not what I have. So in my case, it doesn't matter, I just throw it to get the shield, and then after that, basically you can go on and then just come back in and then farm down. But anyways, long story short, so VICTINI, Azu, and Stunfisk have been Galarian Stunfisk have been working for me really well, and I'm very close to 7, and I only played for 2 days. So the sets have been really good and been doing really well. And the reason why I bring this up, because there are so many amazing content creators like Zyonik, like PogoKieng, and then, I mean, the OxfordU to race to occasion, right? If I said it right. And one of my favorites, Ryan Svag and Kayla Peng, and Speediest Chief too, who is finally coming back and started creating content after winning the North American finals, right? But the reason why I want to bring these people up, because that's who I'm learning from. And I didn't know anything about 3 months ago, or 4 months ago, I would say. So 4 months ago, I didn't know. And Ryan Svag always laugh at me when I mention this, but about 3 months ago, actually, when the first PvP started, the first, I guess, preseason is when I started, I saw his video when he actually used, what do you call it, one of our favorites, Ampharos, if I say it right, in PvP, and I saw that he focus blats almost everything, like one-shots Registeel, one-shots fighters, and all these things, and I was like, wow, I need to get for myself and Ampharos. And that's when I said the story that I was actually taking some of our employees for lunch, and I saw there on the raid maps that the Mareep raid just popped up. So we go into this side alley, and I pull over, and they're like looking at me like, what are we doing here? Are you doing a drug deal? And I was like, no, there is a raid and I need to catch this Pokemon. And then they looked at each other, they looked at me, they looked at each other, they looked at me, and they are like, oh, I wish you said we're doing a drug deal. Anyways, so I got that Marip and I powered it up, went into Go Battle League, and what happened? The first Pokemon I faced was Armor Mewtwo. So I Focus Blasted the crap out of Armor Mewtwo, and the health moved like this much. Nothing. And I was like, whoa, my Ampharos must be broken. So the reason I'm saying this story because I had no idea that you cannot Focus Blast Armor Mewtwo, or Mewtwo for that matter, right? So I almost basically stopped the game because I think at that point I almost think that, and then when I lost that match, I thought that person was cheating somehow or lagged me and all that kind of stuff. So the reason I'm saying all this, because before I learned so much by watching these content creators, I thought there was lots of cheaters. Of course, there is some, as we saw, there's exploits and stuff like that, but that's very rare. So that's like, I would say 1%. So to really enjoy the game, I had to educate myself. And that's why we actually created this podcast, to able to educate you, and most importantly, not most importantly, but I should say importantly, myself as well, because when I interview these amazing guests that we have it lined up, and we have really amazing guests coming, and Peng is coming back, Speediest Chief is coming back, and so many amazing guests coming back, then I'm interviewing them and I'm learning. I have my notebook on my desk that I actually write down so many things that I learned from each individual. And the reason I'm sharing this with you, because I want you to get better at PvP as well. And the best way to do that is basically, of course, listen to our podcast, but just watch content creators, take notes, record your videos, and basically adjust your play and learn from your losses. And that's what I do, and that's what I got better. And then Ryan Swag, the reason I'm mentioning him, because he just shared a video where he goes over the winners and the losers of Great League with the new meta changes. I highly recommend that video, so make sure you guys check that out, because he really breaks it down how to, and we're gonna link it in somewhere, but you're gonna able to understand and see what you need and what you should basically focus on. And then Peng, I'm sure he's working on a new video, so if you haven't subscribed to him, make sure to reach out to him. And then Speediest Chief too is one of my favorite players and commentators. His videos are super entertaining and super educational. So I'm super excited that he's finally voiced that he's creating a new video. So I cannot wait to see that. And all of these people that I mentioned, by the way, if you go to our channel on YouTube, then you can see I'm actually highlighting these content creators. And of course, Zyonik is, I would say like Zyonik is one of those person who's like this. I'm not saying like he's flat. What I'm saying is he's always good, right? So I never seen him go down like this. Zyonik, if you want like a content creator who's smart and knows what he's doing, just check out Zyonik, because Zyonik will never disappoint you. He never goes like crazy and then like have like a Peng team that everybody like cheer and everything, but he also doesn't go under that. So what my point is, Zyonik is one of those person who always shows up, always perform, and always good. So I never see a bad day. And of course, everybody has a bad day, but he just doesn't give that to you. He gives to you what you need to see and what you need to do to get better. And then PogoKieng is very similar to that, but King also has basically days when he's like straight up like this, and then days when he's just like showcasing other players. But that's not a bad thing. My point is that these content creators are the ones that you should watch out for. And then there is some rising content creators like OxfordU and Raise to Occasion that are actually performing very well, and you never heard of them before maybe because they're new, but they are actually really going up there, just like myself. You probably never heard of me even a few weeks ago, so I'm new to this as well. But I'm just trying to recommend these people that I've learned from, so you guys can do that too. And there's also Luckey, who is mainly on Twitch, but also shares her videos, and she just also reached rank 10, and she's actually amazing. She was also on the podcast, and I have learned a lot from her, and she's usually sticking with her own, the whole team for the whole season, throughout the whole like season. So basically each individual league has her sets of Pokemons, and she uses that because then she masters it. And that's what I did last season, and that allowed me to almost get to rank 10, and then I tanked terribly in Premier League because I had no Pokemon. I had 3 Pokemons maxed out, sorry, 2 Pokemon maxed out when Premier League came in, and then basically I maxed out a few more, but the most of my Pokemons were like, if I was lucky, maybe an 89. So I basically had no chance whatsoever, and I didn't have the cumulative moves either. So I tanked from like 2733 all the way down to 2100, and I went back up to 2700, so almost 2700. So then I finished pretty good, I should say, for last season, but the season before and before I had no idea. I didn't even know what typings are. So guys, So I know I might be going on forever, but I just wanted to share this information with you so you're able to stay tuned and get excited because the swags are going out. We already sent out so many just by you commenting, you liking, you sharing, you subscribing, you entering the chance to win one of these, and so many other things that are coming your way. And we are changing, we are adding so many new things that I cannot wait to share with you. So hope you get excited. And I hope you're staying tuned and listen to the podcast. Thank you guys. See you till the next time.